Okay, I'm gonna make a video of this about this because I can't find one on the internet anywhere, and also even this, it's about the vacuum hose for 2000. I have a 2015 F150, the 5.0, and this part of the vacuum hose came loose, or the clip came off. As you can see, this is a whole set. Has these little disc shapes right here, and it goes all the way back to the back. Even this big part, it goes across, comes all the way over here, goes to here, and this line comes off, and then it goes to the I think that's the brakes. So vacuum for the brakes, I believe. But this is actually called the manifold vacuum hose. Yeah, manifold vacuum hose. It's not the brake boost vacuum hose. It is a manifold vacuum hose, which is hard to find, and you have to order it from Ford as well, and it's about $150. That's the new one. Let's see. All right, that's better. Okay, that's the new one right there. And I took part of it off this portion because it goes all the way back. Actually, wait, this goes right here in the back, but it goes all the way back. That went on there, and I'm going to try to connect it where that would be, which is right here. But it goes all the way back behind the engine. See, where you can't even reach it. Like, I don't even know how the heck they got that on there, because it goes down and in, and the clamp is really hard to get to. I guess you would just feel to get to it or something. I don't know. Otherwise, you're taking this off just to get access to it, and maybe that back there, whatever that is. It just looks like it's just a nightmare just for a stupid hose, you know, a vacuum hose. I know they're important, but I mean, come on, it ought to be made a little bit easier than this. Anyways, I'm gonna have to pause this for now because I got thunder right when I started doing this, and I'll get back on it, see if I can't get a video just so to help other people out on the internet. People looking to they have to replace this big freaking gaggle of freaking vacuum hoses that goes together. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, yep, I'll get back to y'all. Okay, all right, so I was able to get that off. It's not easy. You have to tug and pull, get that clamp out of your way so it doesn't tear your hand up. Push it back as far as you can, try not to break that thing. But I mean, you really gotta tug, twist, and really kind of pivot when you're pulling on this, and be careful. I mean, but this is just a plastic nipple that goes into that hose that goes all the way back behind that engine, the manifold top, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure that's what that's called, but yeah, it's not really easy to get off. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna put the rest of this on. It's not too complicated. You just gotta disconnect this and all this other stuff over here. Pulling these up, you gotta pinch in at the bottom and then pull up to get these clips up. It's gonna be hard for me to hold this and do that at the same time, so I'm gonna have to pause it and just put it back, turn it back on from there. All right, and okay, so goodness gracious. All right, so to get this freaking part off of it down here, that's kind of hard to see, but so I took this off, which goes to the vacuum solenoid right here. Same thing, you push the clips in on the bottom underneath, pinch them in, and then kind of just push up at the same time. So they're kind of a pain because of the space to get to, but it's not too bad. But you're going to want to get this out of the way to be able to get this hose off that connects to that nipple right there, because it's got two clamps on it. What I did was just kind of move this one a little bit because it didn't want to go backwards. Just kind of stuck in place, but I moved it back just a little bit, and then I just crimped this one in and I just pulled on it and then it came off. So it is kind of a pain in the butt, so that's why I'm putting this part in there. I mean, this is really not that hard. You just got to get to all the clamps to get it off, you know. And this part, I did want to say, when you're pulling this tube off of it, you got to be careful because this is just cheap crap. This just comes right off if you're not careful. This little blue portion does, and it did come off and was stuck in there. So I just pull it off and pull it out and put it back on there. So it's fine. But all right, so this is all out now. Everything's disconnected. Sorry it's so dark, but I still got clouds over me. I decided to go ahead and do it. Get it off and replace it. So, all right, let's see. Okay, yeah, so that's the right way. All right, so that's where we pull it out of that right there. And yep, that goes together. I'm gonna sit the phone down, unfortunately. Sit that down, push it in right there. I'll bring the clamp up in a minute. It's real easy to push in. And get this portion plugged in right here. Real easy, they just push on, but oh yeah, you gotta take these out. Little inserts. All right. Turn that sideways, maybe it'll help. Yeah, I know my videoing skills aren't that great, so. Alright, well that may have to lift up to get on that. Like, nope, yep, it just pushes on. So just push and it clicks in place. I thought it should. And you got this one right here. Same thing. Just push and you'll hear that click. There it is. And this hose right here, you go down here. And see, it has this little pin on there. So what it looks like, so once you push that down, pull that pin and it just releases, and then that pressure clamp will just fall into place. It'll clamp down. All right, I would recommend probably getting that on first, and if you want to move that other clamp up, then move it up. I'm probably not going to mess with it, at least not right now. Let's see, push this on. All right, that's all the way on the back. That's on. All right, everything's connected except for this little tube here. Yep. I mean, pretty simple. Oh, damn. See, it just pops right off. Hold on. I recommend just pushing it into this tube. Just gotta be careful not to drop it down in your engine if that happens. And that's actually fairly new. I bought this little part about a year ago. Probably, and this truck has 250,000 miles on it. It still runs like it's new. But anyways, this isn't a very well made part. It goes in between those. When you buy that, you have to buy this whole little set here. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, it goes here, there. It's like two different tubes. But anyways, all right. So, put this back on for the, and I went over the hose, get it out of my way. So go back under it where it was. Back on, simple. Make sure not to leave it off because that wouldn't be good. Okay, push these together. Just little, alright, holds it in place. Nothing big, but probably want to make sure to push those together and everything. Keep your line more steady. Okay, dog it. Wants to flip around on me. Alright, that's down. Where's that clamp? Oh, it's way in the back. So I'm probably gonna have to take that back off and get to that. But anyways, alright, that's basically it. I mean, it's on. I just gotta move the clamps in place. So alright, well, I just wanted to put this on here because I cannot find not one video on it, and even finding out what this is called is a pain in the butt. Google wants to keep saying it's a brake vacuum hose, and it's not the brake vacuum hose. It's a manifold vacuum hose, and I'll try and leave the part for it as well. It's like $150, $200, all because of this clip right here came out, and I'm having to replace this whole thing. So yeah, that's fun, Ford. But anyways, all right, y'all have a good one.